Hi, hello you guys, my name is Elefv. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video I thought I would do a Q&A. Finally, it's happening. After a year of having my YouTube channel, you'll finally get to know me. Better late than ever, right? I asked you guys to send me questions a few days ago on Instagram, and actually a lot of you responded, which I was not expecting because I don't really do those things, so I don't even know what to expect. But I'm glad a lot of people sent questions. There were a lot to go through, so I'm thinking of maybe doing this into a two-part series because I don't like my videos getting too long. I don't personally watch videos that are like longer than 15 minutes, so I wouldn't want to make you go through that either. I got a lot that were repetitive and quite simple, but I screenshotted my favorite ones and I'm gonna go through them. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm not usually that nervous on a video, but I guess I'm gonna have to share information today and I'm not very comfortable with that. I mean, you would think, considering I spent a year delaying this. But let's start with a simple one. I got this so many times along with some others that I may not be replying to. They were quite intrusive. This one is asking how tall am I, and I'm 178 centimeters or 5'10" if you're from America. Hi. Where am I from? I am from Greece. I'm 100% Greek, hence the accent. I always get comments on my accent, and yeah, it's Greek. It's not as bad as the Greek accents tend to be. I would like to think that having been living here for 6 years is kind of morphed into a mixture of Greek accent and English accent, maybe leaning more towards the Greek, but it's still something, so I'm happy with that. Who takes your pictures? Do you hire someone or do you take them yourself? No, my friends usually take my photos. I have very supportive friends and I'm very glad for that. Or sometimes other bloggers will take my photos, but that rarely happens. Usually it's my friend. Let me tell you, it always takes a while. I'm such a perfectionist, so they end up like taking hundreds of photos of me just for one to get approved. I don't know why they keep doing it, but please continue. Thank you. I don't really take them myself unless it is a selfie or a mirror selfie, obviously, but yeah, to the most extent my friends do. Have you ever been to Spain? Yes, I have. I've actually been to Spain many times. I was there last year as well, and I visited Seville, which is one of my favorite places that I've ever been to, and I would love to go back again because I only went there for one day, but I just love the architecture of it. I love the vibe of the city and all of the colors. I love taking photos, so it's just the perfect place for me to be, and I would love to visit it again, hopefully soon. I was planning on going this year by myself, but I'm not so sure if that's happening anymore. Would you wear a full neon outfit? Ha ha ha. No, I don't think so. Neon is one of the trends that I'm not very keen on trying, even though I have a neon lookbook on my channel that I filmed like a year ago. Please don't watch it, it's really embarrassing. But yeah, I feel like my way of dressing is so simple and I cannot really pull neon off. Maybe some neon accessories, I don't know, like neon socks or a belt? What could I wear than neon? Sunglasses maybe? A bum bag? Yeah, no, I don't think I'm a very big fan of neon. Tips for influencers who are just starting out. I would say be consistent, post at least once a day. Personally, I think 2 times a day is the best. Maybe like skip the weekends if you want to. That's what I normally do. But if you're to compromise on quality by posting twice a day, then I would say go down to 1. That's perfectly fine as well, as long as you have content coming up every day. Then I will also say pick your niche. Don't do everything. Have a clear idea of what you want to do and the value that you are providing to somebody who goes on your page. Like if I'm going on your Instagram page, I want it to be obvious that when I look at your feed, what you have to give me, whether that is fashion, whether that is food, whether that is fitness, whatever your passion is, do that. So yeah, I think that's very important as well, to just be clear on the value that you are providing to your follower. One thing I would also say that is very important is also engage with your audience and also cross-platform. So don't just be on Instagram. There's YouTube, there's TikTok, there's WordPress, there's so many. Twitter also, I don't really use Twitter. There's so many social media platforms to engage with your audience, so make sure you utilize all of them because you'll be attracting different audiences in different platforms. So eventually that's gonna help you grow a lot faster than just by focusing on one platform. But yeah, like I have a lot more tips. I'm trying to be as fast as I can in this video because I have a lot of questions to go through, but I could gladly do a full video on that. What do you do to have fun in London? I eat, I drink, and I shop. All of the things that I currently cannot do, so great. But also I love walking, I love exploring London. There's so many areas to explore and I love doing that. I love photography, so I just take my camera and walk around and explore new places. Oh, also food markets, but I think that goes along with the eating that I mentioned already. Which part of Greece are you from and do you visit? So I am from a town called Thessaloniki, which is up on the north. It's actually the 2nd biggest city in Greece. Hi fellow Greeks. Yasu. And yeah, I do visit. I would say I visit every like 3 to 4 months. Christmas time, Easter, and then obviously summer. Thessaloniki is actually very close to Halkidiki, which is 3 peninsulas for some of you that may not know, and there's a ton of beaches and beach bars there. So yeah, I spend most of my summer with my family, near my family. I'm not with my family, but I am in Greece, so that's something. Mama is happy. Do you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? No, I don't. I don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I am single. What got you to fashion in the first place? I was always interested in fashion as I was growing up. I mean, as much as I could. I would save up my pocket money, and every weekend I would go and buy like a t-shirt from Bershka or Pull & Bear or whatever really I could. But I just love being creative, and I could do that in so many different ways. I remember when I was a kid, I would like create these shows, and I would direct and choreograph and dress everyone up. So I just always loved doing creative things, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to move here in London, because I feel like everybody's free to be creative and express themselves however they want to. I just always felt like being in Greece, I was surprised and I could never really work in a creative field. So moving here and started making some more money, then I got really into it, and then Instagram happened as well, and that helped, and now I'm getting to work with some of the brands that I could never really afford when I was younger or even like a few years ago. So I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity, but I feel like I've also been working quite hard for it, and yeah, I'm just happy to where I am right now and how things are going. I feel like I just explained my whole life in 1 minute when the question was not that at all, but you got a life story. It's a get to know me video after all. How did you start your blog? I don't know if you're referring to my actual blog, because I don't really update it anymore, but it is there. It's elefv.com. Again, don't go there, please. I was on Instagram and I was taking photos because, again, I love photography and I love architecture, so I was kind of mixing that up when I first started like 5 years ago. And then I think 2 years into it, I thought that blogs were kind of important at the time, so I made one of that. But I hate writing, so I never really updated it. But if you're talking about Instagram, I was just always obsessed with Instagram since it launched, and I've been going with the trends ever since. What music do you listen to? I mostly listen to top 40 music, so just your basic ass music. Sorry if it's not too interesting, but I'm Salo, what can I do? How tall are you and your weight? I've already replied that. And weight, that's rude. I'm not doing that. I have not weighed myself in a long time. I've not weighed myself for the past 3 months now. A bit before the lockdown happened, and I'm not planning on weighing myself anytime soon. So let's leave it to that, shall we? What is your favorite song ever? Oh, that's a hard one. It would have to be a Rihanna song, because I just love Rihanna, and I've loved Rihanna since when I was like 13 years old. And I think I would say maybe We Found Love, like classic, uplifting, and I was obsessed with it for so many years. I used to say that that was my favorite song, so I'm just gonna continue saying that. What do you do for a living? This, you're looking at it right now. I am doing social media for a living. What motivates your style choices? Any particular inspirations for your aesthetic? So my style choices are a bit all over the place. I'm not really sure if I could say that I have a specific style as of yet. I'm still figuring it out. As the years go by, I'm definitely a lot more pickier to what I choose to wear. But I would say that I'm getting inspired by pretty much everything that I see. I get a lot of my inspirations online. I spend a lot of time going through the new collections of each brand, and I see kind of how they style it, and that always inspires me. If you go to online stores like Mango, Massimo Dutti, not so much Zara, Arcade Trees, they always style their pieces very, very nicely, and that inspires me a lot. Also Instagram, I save tons of outfits to the point where I'm getting lost of what I have in there, and Pinterest as well, but I don't find Pinterest to be that useful for me. I feel like I keep going back to the same outfits all the time. In my opinion, maybe I'm not using it right. It's obviously an algorithm, so the more you use it, the more it understands what you like. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What are your career goals? A very, very good question, which I wish I could answer right now. There's so many things that interest me, from photography to videography to fashion to computer science, and I'm just always lost on what I want to do next. But I feel like at the moment I'm very happy with what I am right now. I'm working into expanding to different platforms, which I feel like I've never done before. It took me forever for me to create a YouTube channel. But I would say work harder and produce more content from what I do now. I always love improving, so work better on my video content and my photo content. And then I would say eventually go into creating my own line and my own brand, and just putting all this creativity that I have into a project that's more tangible than what I'm doing right now, and it doesn't rely as much on other platforms, and I can have my own platform, my own thing, if that makes sense. And I'm actually working on something right now, and it's taking a while, but we are getting there. Very early stages, but it's still something. What would your top 3 places to visit in the world? That is a hard one, because traveling is my favorite thing to do along with fashion. In a perfect world, I would be mixing fashion and travel content. I actually started off by doing travel content, but then it turned out to be surprisingly very expensive and very time consuming, and I needed someone to come along with me, which was impossible, so I gave up on that dream. But yeah, back to the question, because again, that was not the question. I would say that my top 3 places would be Japan, because I always was very fascinated with the country and I would love to visit it someday. Mexico, again, such a beautiful country and I love Mexican food. I think here in the UK and in Europe, to be honest, we are deprived of good Mexican food. So if I need to travel thousands of miles to have good Mexican food, you bet your ass I'm going to do it. And then the third one would be France, maybe. I've been to France, but I've only been in Paris and Deauville. I think I was very young. But I would just love to experience more of the smaller cities that it has, and even south of France. It's just cheese and wine. Why are all my travels based on food again? Okay, last question, because I've been talking for way too long and my mouth is getting very dry. Probably in post-edit it's gonna be like a 5-minute video, but my mouth's still very dry. Okay, we're gonna close it with a fashion question. I really like the way you dress. Where do you buy all your things? I would say my favorite stores would be ASOS. The ASOS design range is one of the best lines that there is out there. They're very trendy, fashion forward, and they're quite inexpensive. Weekday, I love the stuff. They play so much with the textures and the sizes and the fits, and they're very different from like the other high street retailers, really bringing something new to the table and quite of a street element as well. So they're always very, very cool in my opinion. Just love that. Friends Connection, I love their stuff. If you've followed me for a while, you've seen me wearing their pieces constantly. Actually, the shirt that I'm wearing today is Friends Connection. Again, quality pieces that are very reasonably priced and are timeless, but they also come with their more fashion forward designs as well. Anything that is quite different and unique, I love that. And probably Zara as well. I don't shop very much at Zara, but I do like their basics, especially their jeans. And that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. It really does help me grow. For more daily fashion, make sure to follow me on my Instagram, which I'll have in the description below. I post it twice a day and there's a lot of art and inspiration for you guys. If there's anything else that you would like to see in this channel, definitely do let me know. Now that we know each other a little bit better, it's good to have a better connection. But till I see you again, I hope you're keeping safe and bye bye.